and welcome to this Warhammer 40k video with me, Mark, from the Xenoviz channel. And today with me, of course, I have...
I am Ian. Hello.
He's Ian. Hello. So here we are on a Saturday afternoon, just watching the rugby and the football, enjoying both, except for the Arsenal game and Chelsea game. I was not happy with that. So, we're checking out the blogs now, and we're going to do a news and rumours video. And I wanted to wait for when Ian arrived, because it's about your main army. Okay, Ian, if you want to say about your main army and when you first started playing them, how long you've been doing it?
Tau. I've had Tau for since 2008, so 7 years. I think.
7 years playing Tau Empire, and we've seen them come up and down in both our tournaments and also the power scale. We've both kind of discussed that 40k at the moment there's no free tier system. It's generally just 2 tiers, and at the bottom of the higher tier we feel Tau there at the moment. They're always in the middle to the strong end of things, and they're going to get a new codex. Looking like pre-orders are on my birthday, 10th of October, so middle of October, Tau codex, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-week release, which is going to be great. So we're going to have a look at the the pictures of the Tau right now. So the first picture I want to draw your attention to is this suit here. If I've got the rumours correctly, it's a new HQ suit. It looks like it's a little bit bigger than a Crisis suit.
It looks about the same size as a Broadside, the new Broadside suits.
Yes, and it looks a giant version of a combination of the stealth suit mixed with that the female character who's the stealthy
Shadow Sun.
Shadow Sun. Merge those two together. That's kind of what I see happening.
I don't. It looks as if it's got a big ion cannon on its helmet. So it looks as if it's like a smaller Riptide version. Obviously Riptides normally come standard with their ion accelerators or ion cannons, or the heavy burst cannon as well, but I don't normally put it on there. But it looks similar to that kind of thing, so maybe it's a new ion weapon, but it looks a bit bulkier than the current commanding suits. Yeah. The commanding suits look agile and able to move about. This one looks a bit more sturdy, a bit more, okay, I'm going to take some shots. Even though I found how I kit mine out, normally it can withstand a hell of a lot. So
okay. With this one I see one gun. The head is like a stealth suit.
Like a stealth suit. Yeah.
But his left arm seems to be a kind of shield thing happening there, which could either give it a super cover safe shield, or maybe even give a cover save to units around it. That would be quite interesting. Say it gives them stealth to the unit around anything within 6 inch. I mean, Tyranids have venom throats that do that, so maybe they've created some technology. It looks like a cool suit, interesting, and it would lead on to something I was talking about earlier with Ian about the fact that with a new codex will mean more formations. Will the Tau get some stealth suit formations which can give them some crazy cover, or will there be formations in the codex where they get +1 to ballistic skill or hit and run or something crazy like that? But we'll carry on with the X one. That's just a cover of the White Dwarf, which shows the suit again a little bit more in detail, surrounded by stealth suits and stuff like that. The next one is 2 in this picture. The first one will go with the big bad boy. I
think that's the Siege. The Storm Surge.
Okay, Storm Surge. Looks like they're taking a huge leaf out of the anime book where they've got the giant mecha vehicles. They stamp. By the feet there are stabilizers to lock in the ground for it, and there'll just be this giant cannon that will be probably strength 10, maybe even D. I reckon it could be D. A D weapon for Tau.
The D cannon. I mean, possibly. It does look like a rail gun.
It could be like the next.
So it might be a heavy rail gun,
which could have D elements to it. It's also got missile launchers coming out, which is kind of cool.
A lot of missile launchers as well. So
that's kind of cool. It looks similar size to a Riptide, so it could just be they've taken.
I think it looks slightly bigger than a Riptide.
Okay. I think they've taken the legs of the Riptide, and then they've just upgraded everything above that. So our kind of thoughts are Does it look? It's one of those where it's not a Riptide, it doesn't have arms, but instead of arms, it's got weapon variants.
Yeah.
You do like collecting Tau?
I do.
This is very dangerous.
At the minute, I'm not sure I like that model.
I don't think I like the model. I think like the model will be something. I think it'll be a what's the It'll be some super heavy kind of thing, which means it'll be able to
I think the model's fine. It's the fact that it just looks too bulky around the mid section. So yeah.
So the model itself,
it needs arms, I think.
Even if the missiles were like on the arms to just kind of give it the same as the Riptide thing. But no, I'm feeling that maybe that giant weapon, because they'll want to sell a lot of those models, they'll give it the ability of D weapon. A lot of armies have D weapons.
I think
Space Marines have grav weapons. I mean, it's not as good as D, but they've got that. Second thing in the picture, if you can just about see, is some Tau Fire Warriors. There's a rumour that the Tau Fires will be a dual kit, so you can mix it up. The Fire Warriors haven't changed since, well, you've been with them 7 years. They haven't changed once, I don't think, in the 7 years. But they've got another variant. The helmets are slightly different. I'm not sure if the weapon is slightly different, but
they look like carbines on there.
So it could just be they're giving them an extra dip, so you can make them distinguish them a little bit more on the battlefield. Games Workshop, on a slightly different note, are going for a lot of white themed for the new Tau. Maybe
they're taking my Tau.
Ian's Tau for the last 7 years have been white with elements of orange.
And gold.
And gold. I mean, the only white army out there really traditionally is White Scars for Space Marines. Maybe they want to sell some more white. Maybe they saw Ian at Games Workshop.
I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Every time we've been there, they've always commented on the colour scheme
being bright.
And maybe that's what they want. Because generally they've got the kind of the broadside XV 88 paint, or you see the dark blue city things. But the bright white you don't really see, so you've gone for that one, which is really, really cool. So there's going to be a few suits, it looks like, which is cool. New suits generally sell well for Games Workshop, and Ian buys them. So, how many Riptides have you got? 4? How many Crisis Team?
No. This will take some counting. I've got 2 commanders. 2
commander team. Right, the suits.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think about 18.
18 suits. He does have Farsight.
Oh, no, and that's not including the 2 commanders and the Farsight. So 21, possibly.
21.
If I calculated right.
Okay. So quite a lot. So
72 Fire Warriors though.
And we found, with your combination of Pathfinders, Riptides, and use of different suits, Tau can be the Swiss Army knife and kind of deal with anything really.
4 Barracudas.
4 Barracudas. And Games Workshop have made 7th edition a shooty game. I'll mention it now, there are rumours they're going to Age of Sigmarify Warhammer 40k in the next couple of years, which I don't like. But at the moment, being a shooty game, Tau are great for them. And with new formations coming out, as we've speculated, you could potentially +1 to ballistic skill, or give extra shots, or...
From what I've read, obviously there's, within Tau there's like, beliefs, like there's the Mokkar belief, there's the other beliefs and stuff like that. It looks as if they're coming out with another kind of system,
so that's cool.
Which is possibly A, why they've got new suits, B, why they're white on the on the visions, rumours, and C, it might add new rules and stuff in there as well, so that's quite interesting.
I mean, touching on the Eldar have their aspect warriors. If you have 3 aspect warrior groups, you can choose a +1 ballistic skill or weapon skill for them, and they also got buffs generally in the aspect warrior section as well. So more and more.
I'm not sure if Fire Warriors need a buff. too much?
I don't think Fire Warriors will get a buff. The
But-
only buff they'd get would be a formation buff where they would,
But,
again, I think +1 shot.
As you said, unless they make it a dual box between Pathfinders and Warriors, if they're bringing out another troop choice, that might be quite interesting.
Yeah.
But I doubt they will, because there's not really many places to go with that. But we'll have to wait and see.
So
Very
Tower
excited.
coming in the next month. So thank you very much for watching. Please comment in the comment section below what you think is going to happen with Tau, how you see the direction of power for Tau, if they're going to go this way, that way, up, down, and be really good, and what you think of the models. And let us know in the comment section below. I've been Mark from the Xenoviz channel. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.